fails basically on this particular field at least. On other fields he's not so bad, but our course play isn't so bad, but this particular field, because it goes like in this direction, and it's not like a square basically, and there's a river on the one side, or creek or river, what do you want to call it, on the one side. It makes it a bit more difficult. There we go. Set him on his way, like so. There we go. And let's go check back on our harvester here, because he's turned around. He's probably half full already, if not all the way full. Making slow headway. It doesn't seem to have a beacon, so I can't tell if it's 80% full or not. That's a bit of a downfall. Apparently that's how much he misses at the end of the row. It's not terrible. And because it is a hard worker, he will just sit there and unload first before he continues on. Which is kind of nice, I guess. This is going to take a long time to do this field. This is a pretty big... This is only half this field. If you look, we are right here, and this half... Sugar beets is only on this half, not that half, but seriously, still. It's going to take forever. I didn't plan this out very well, I guess. Jeez. But our pigs do have sugar beets now. Oh, our beef cattle do have sugar beets now. So they are going to be good for a while. So let's get out of this guy's way here, because he's going to turn around. There we go. Are there ruts there? Oh, there are ruts right there. Oh, it doesn't make it any better either. I was trying to figure out why the truck was moving around so much when I backed him out of there. That's crazy. Let's check on this guy. He's doing well. Looks like he's unloading. Looks like our course play guy is doing what he's supposed to be doing there. Looks that way, at least. So he's at 80%. Probably be close to 90%. So let's watch him for a sec to make sure he's doing his job properly here. While he's going back to town, let's just take a quick peek at... I don't know why just tab went out of there. So I was thinking about a couple small tractors for the header trailers. And what I was thinking of is the Ford 3000s. I get two Ford 3000s. They only have 45 horsepower, but you really don't need a lot of horsepower to move a header trailer around. And their maintenance is $30 a day. Do we have any other small tractors? How much maintenance is this a day? Doesn't say. It's a bit more powerful, 88 horsepower. It's a bit cheaper too. Do we have any other tractors that are cheap? The Renault has wither wheels, $25 a day. We sold one of those. That's funny. Could get a John Deere Model A, but that's not going to happen. Could get a couple of Unimogs, but that's pretty high maintenance tag for that. So yeah, we'll just think about that. I have this Massey Ferguson that's $800, but that's just ridiculous. It would never cost that little. Alright, so let's adjust his speed. That's what I was waiting for as well. This guy has a funny little... because the ES limiter is not supported, what it does is it won't... I can't adjust the speed in the settings here. Like if I go into... where are we? Right here. I don't know why I passed that. I can't adjust the settings in here, and I can't set them to like a street speed of 40 kilometers an hour or something like that. So it'll just go full out. So I have to manually set this up properly. And then even then, sometimes he has a few problems. Let's just wait to see what he does, to see if he actually does what he's supposed to do. So those are the couple tractors I was thinking about for the header trailer. Trailers, I should say, because we have the corn head and we have the regular header trailer. And the main reason why we have a trailer for each is so we can park the combine in the yard instead of it being outside on the field there. So we don't want it to get stolen or anything like that. So you never know. This seems really slow, but there's a reason why I set this guy so slow. Is because he will jump all over the place if I don't. And we need a 200 horsepower tractor. Whoa, 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 buddy. Come on now. And we need a 200 horsepower tractor for this particular gravity wagon, so let's see what he does here. He should just sell it. I don't know why he wouldn't, but you never know. Alright. Let's just check here. Is he going to do what he's supposed to do? Yes, excellent. Alright, let's go check on our cross trailer here. And our combine's full, of course. Or harvester, whatever. Combine, harvester, it's all good. Either word works. Nope, he just went in the wrong direction. That's the reason why he stopped there. That's unfortunate. It must be because of the ruts there that really throw the harvester off. That's strange. Alright, let's line him up again. Apparently he can't do this on his own. Yeah, I was with a hard worker too. Go figure, eh? I might have to, of course, play this just because he's being so silly. Oops. Alright, there we go. Let's line him up properly here. There we go. Apparently he's getting stuck in the rut there. Alright, so I guess we could just wait a little while. This guy's... is he harvesting? No, he's not harvesting that quickly. I guess just... sunflowers are a higher yield crop than I thought they were. I didn't think they had this much... produce this much, but I guess they do. $289,000. It's not too bad. So like I said, we could get the other plant, or cedar, to allow us to plant canola, wheat, barley, and grass, I suppose. Yes, it's doing a good job. Missed a little bit there, that's okay. Wow, where's that? We still have that stupid forklift for the wool, which didn't work out so well for us. It did give us some money. It was like 6,000 a piece, but man, that was that frustrating. Alright, let's go check back on our other... Yeah, this is one time where I wish something had beacons. I don't always wish for that, because it's not always helpful, but on a combine it makes a big difference. Because then you know when it's full or not. And I want to make sure this trailer's full before I go and do a run, because it's a long way. And then what we'll do is we'll unload him as he's going up the field there. Perfect. Here we go. Is that lined up? Nice. Let's make sure he's right underneath there. Good. And I don't know much about that particular company, Homer. I guess it's a real company. I'm pretty sure it is, but I honestly didn't look it up. I know Grimmy is, because Grimmy is the same name as the harvester my in-laws have, or the potato harvester my in-laws have. So I know it's a real company. It's not overly common in Canada, but Homer I've never seen it. Never heard of. Well, I heard about it in this game, but outside the game I've never heard of it. But I'm pretty sure it's a real company. So. Alright, 98%, 99. Kids. Let's go do another run here. So we can just head straight down here. Actually, what we're going to do is we're going to change for the Kenworth, weren't we? Just because it's a bit faster. And because we're going so far, the Kenworth makes a bit of a difference. It also has a bigger fuel tank, so if I do need to, it's a bit of a long haul, I guess, so with a bigger fuel tank, it might be nice. To stop to fuel nearly as much. Alright, so let's just drop him off here. The trailer, I mean. And we'll pull him over to the side for the time being. Apparently there's like a little, I just noticed that there was like a winch right there. That's kind of cool. Alright, so let's fire the Kenworth up here. Apparently our Kenworth has 25 hours, wow. Let's just drop that trailer there. Yeah, this truck is a bit peppier than the Cross, and it does go a bit quicker, so that's the main reason why we wanted to use this other truck here, sorry. Not tractor. Alright. we go. Good, so let's head south on this field. And even like moving around on this truck seems different. Like, I don't know if you can notice that or not. Probably not as much as I can, at least, but it does move a lot differently than the Cross does. Alright, slow down a little bit, so you need to take a turn up here. There we go. Perfect. And I need to figure out what the best way to go to get to this place is, because I guess it really is just along, if I go into town, I guess. I've noticed, though, the lights that did work initially in the game, I guess they don't work. I may have deleted the mod, and maybe that's the reason why. And that's just probably because it wasn't really a big benefit or anything to have the mod. It was kind of a cool little thing you could add to the game, mind you, but it wasn't necessarily. Whoa, that's a car there, Ian, and that's a car there. Didn't necessarily add anything extra to the game in the sense that it was helpful, basically. Yeah, I think this was the right choice to do. We're already doing 87 clicks with this truck, so which is 20 kilometers faster than our Cross was going, so that makes a big difference, especially when you're driving halfway across the map. Gonna have enough time. Oof, look at that. Need for speed in a semi. Oh goodness, that's kind of a cool little addition, having the pipe break right there. The fact that they've dug it out a little bit too. Alright. Let's turn in here. Good. Now I don't know if I can just drive past it on the right hand side here. I should be able to, I think. Really? That's kind of surprising. This is the one thing, though. Like, it's hard to, like, where exactly is the sell point? Well, there it is, apparently. But that's not obvious at all, eh? Like, really? There should be, like, one of those black, yellow and black squares just to say, hey, sell sugar beets here. But there wasn't, so whatever. Maybe it was in the information file I didn't read or something like that, which is entirely possible. Alright, so let's head back. Go pick up another load of sugar beets. Now, I think the way we came here is probably the fastest way, is to go through town there. It seems to be the fastest way, at least, so. Alright. So, our cows are slowly maturing. Not super quickly, but we did pick up some more cows a while back, some beef cows, I mean. And they haven't fully matured yet. I'm not surprised by that, considering how long it took 5 cows to get ready, but it is taking its time, which is fine. Alright, gonna get up here, turn left. I don't know why my truck wants to pull to the right there. It must not be in the road. There we go, that's better. Alright, so go up here to the lights and then turn right. Let's take a nice wide turn here. No one's there. There's a little dude sitting right there. He's not doing anything, he's just sitting there. Alright, so let's go pick up some more sugar beets here. So I suppose I could just take my sugar beets to my to the silo, or the pile, I guess is what we have. Take it to the pile we have at the back of the farm and then just drop them off there for the time being, but getting the money's nice, and they are in great demand, as I mentioned, so maybe once the hour's up, then what we'll do is we'll store them, but because the price is going to drop. Let's go this way. Yeah, this was definitely a better choice. So much faster. Whoa. Alright, let's just drive up here, and I imagine our Homer is full, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he's just sitting there. Is that close enough? Yes, it is, apparently. Barely. That just doesn't look right at all. Jeez. There we go. That's cool. You can actually hear the RPMs on the harvester go up too when it's unloading. That's kind of cool little addition. Nice. All right, let's go check on other things while that's doing that. No, I didn't mean go into second gear. There we go. Alright, he's doing well. So I think I might go ahead and pick up the other seeder just so we can do something like barley or wheat. But it is nice to be able to use, to harvest the sunflowers and the soybeans and whatnot. So maybe we'll do soybeans on this field this next time. And then we'll do maybe wheat. We'll see. Maybe. Eventually I might have to wash some of this equipment. It's getting really dirty. Like, this class is really dirty. That trailer over there is really dirty. It's crazy. Alright, so he's unloaded. And our Kenworth's half full. So let's just hop out. And let's pick up a couple small tractors while we're waiting for our header trailers. It does seem a bit overkill to have a designated tractor just for the trailers, but these are loud, but they will do the job, and they're 14,000. Maybe we'll get a couple John Deeres. We do already have a John Deere, a Massey Ferguson. That's a little expensive just for a tractor for a trailer. I don't think, and we already had the Renault Ursus. That's too expensive as well. Yeah, I think we'll get, how about we do this? We'll do, where is it? We'll do one John Deere 3030, and then we'll do one Ford 3000. And they can do little things like move stuff around as well. Alright, so while that guy's turning, what is he doing up there? Apparently he's stuck. Alright. Oh man, that rut's gonna kill me with this thing. There we go. So, we're almost through the rut, so that's not so bad. So let's turn this thing around. There we go. And line up, or try to line up. See, this is why I like those other the gas truck and the Crass truck, because they don't react really strangely like this. I am going crossways past these ruts, and that's definitely part of it, right? So there we go. He's gonna get through the rut. Perfect. All right, so let's unload him because he's like half full again. I lost my train of thought there because I got stuck. Now let's unload him, and then what we'll do is I'll show you the John Deere because that's one I haven't picked up yet. I actually added how much horsepower it was to the XML file just so I knew. So in case I'm trying to, buy something for an appropriate horsepower range, I would know, thankfully. But a lot of time you don't know. A lot of people don't tell you exactly what the horsepower is for a lot of the mods, which kind of bothers me. But I know Dirt Tippers doesn't like when people don't say what your tippers can handle. Same idea, basically, just the horsepower. Depends how realistic you're trying to play, I suppose. If you're trying to play less realistic, then obviously it doesn't make a difference, but I try to keep the element of realism in. There we go. Let's unload him fully. And then what we'll do is take a look at the John Deere. I believe it's washable. I can't remember. Perfect. So let's get out of this guy's way. Drive through the bushes. Just leave him here by the airport for the time being. Where are we here? So this is the John Deere. Texture on the tires, those are a little shiny. Like, let's take a look at the difference here. Yeah, they're a little shiny. Not the best mod ever, but it's not a bad looking one. The back, yeah, again, not the best. Inside, not inside this. Inside this one over here. We do have some information, so you can do things like left door, right door. What is it? Left door, right door, and then 4 is the window in the back. And you can do front light, and you can do, it indicates as well, hazard lights. Oh, it makes a sound too. That's kind of cool. And I don't think anything in here moves when you start it up. Let's just check. No. Just the steering wheel. It does have a nice little picture down the side there. Right down here. Which is nice. We need to put this into a group. Let's put it in group 5 with the... Ooh, I can go on. Group 5 with the F-150. So we can also use this to... Oh, can't I close that information? I don't want it open. I thought there was a way to do it. Oops. I'm sure there's a way to turn the information off. Oh, it's just key 0. It's usually 0 on the numpad, not 0. But, oh well. Top speed. Ah, actually took that pretty well. Top speed, 30, 40 kilometers an hour. The 3000 series wasn't a super high powerful tractor. I think this one is only 80. No, I think it was only 80 horsepower. Let's just double check because it's going to make me curious. Yeah, 88 horsepower. So this will basically do pretty much anything. It's a pretty perky tractor in this game, at least. Doesn't look too bad. It looks a little bluish and not so much greenish. But that's just my personal opinion. So we're going to go hook it up to this trailer over here. That's just sitting over here for the time being, because here's where I dropped it off. Alright, so the reason why we did this once again was just so the headers would stay attached to the trailers, because apparently what would happen is if I logged out, logged back in, the header would be all over the place basically. Alright, turn that off, and let's go jump into this guy and put him in the same group, which is group 5, and then let's go check on our Homer, which is just about full again. This is good. Things are moving nicely here. There we go. It's even got the little dirt effects on the tires. That's nice. You're full right there. Can't make my life any more difficult, apparently. Alright. There we go. Just unload there, and he's going to fill this trailer up easily. Alright. Too bad you don't see planes leaving the airport every so often. All you see is you just see them go overhead, basically. And that's all you see. You don't see anything more than that, unfortunately. But that's the way it goes. Too many things will slow a map down. And this map, initially, it can be a little laggy, but and then once things load up, it's not so bad. But just the initial lag is kind of annoying. Alright, so let's go down here. And we'll cross the train tracks nice and slowly here, or else we might go into space with our truck. There we go. Kick it up into high gear. Yeah, this truck is a lot faster than the Crass, but it does react a lot differently when you go at high speeds, which is to be expected, I suppose. But out of all the trucks I think I tried out of Dukes, this is one of the ones that didn't do silly things the most, I think. I really like Duke Farming's models. Like, the models are really cool, but the way they drive around. Like, if you ever watched, like, Dirt Hebbers and his Let's Play when he's driving around the Bullnose Kenworth, it bounces around quite often. And I tried that one out, and I really like the starting sound, like the ignition sound in that particular mod, but it does move around really oddly, so it's one of the reasons why I don't use it very often. And that's why I tried this one out as well. And this one, it does jump a little bit from time to time, but for the most part, it's a nice solid looking mod. And there's not a sleeper in it, because you wouldn't really need a sleeper on most farms, because you're not driving that far. And if you are driving that far, you personally aren't driving your truck that far. It's probably you've hired a grain trucking company, and they're the ones doing the trucking for you. Like I know this summer, when I was helping out with the canola harvest there, they got a truck company coming in to take the canola down to a specific co-op or a specific grain elevator, because in Ontario, I think there's only one elevator that will take canola, and they're really picky about the moisture level of it. So where my in-laws live, it's like 5 or 6 hours away from where the actual that works well. It's like 5 or 6 hours away from where you can sell canola, so they have to hire a company basically to do it. Oh, is that a actual hole there? It looks like it is. I never noticed that before. Huh. Strange. I wonder why there's a hole right there. That's weird. So I'm not sure. Anyways. Let us return one more time. And what I think I'm going to do is, because that field is just so enormous, I think I'm going to just call the episode momentarily. What I'll do is I'll drive the Kenworth back to the farm, and then I'll show you that Ford 3000, I think it was. Just because I don't think I've bought that one on a Let's Play. And I'll just give you a quick look at it. Oh my goodness, car, speed up. There we go. It's a nice looking tractor. Basically, it's all from the same pack, and they just did a nice progression of horsepower from, like, I think it's like 45 horsepower up to just under 100. It's a really nice progression. And then the Euro DZN guys took up the torch, so to speak, and did from 100 to the 160 mark, which is kind of nice as well. So it's a nice progression from 45 up to 160, I think it is. A really nice progression. Although they are a bit expensive. I don't know if those tractors would cost that much still, but if you're trying to maintain realism and whatnot. So actually, we'll do it this way. I'll just drive the Kenworth right in here, and I'll show you what it looks like. So this is the Ford 3000, just like the other tractors. Basically, it's a nice looking mod. Textures are really nice on it. I believe you can add the drawbar or take it away for this one. My memory serves me. Nope, I guess you can't. Thought you could. Maybe it's a different model. But it's in this pack you have that ability, but just not with this particular tractor. So there you go. That's a Ford 3000. That's going to be our other tractor for the header trailers, basically. So, all right. So I'm going to call the episode there. My name's Ian Robson. We're playing Farming Simulator 2013 on the Serbian farm, and I'll catch you guys later.